Brady, I've known you for a couple of years now.
A while.
Right? You've done a couple of things with John's Controls. Service, right?
The sales service
and
side.
the sales service side.
Applications.
And you were in our New Cumberland branch doing
Central
that
PA.
work, right? And how many years were you there?
About 3 years.
About three.
Yeah.
And then you came here. So talk to me about that journey and what skills you brought here, and then how you're using some of those skills here.
Yeah, so before I came to the lab and currently in product engineering, in between those two roles, I was actually the air-cooled tester. Did that for about 3 years? 2.5, 3 years.
Yeah.
So essentially I ran the show and where we're at right now. Love that job, did it for a while, moved over to the product side, been in this role for about a year. I know a lot, but I'm a master, not quite at anything, but I know a little bit about a lot at this point in my career, so.
So in the product side, in this, what you described in this last year, what are some things you're doing on a regular basis?
Yeah, so our team is a scroll team, so Austin primarily handles the YMAE, I primarily handle YLAA. We're on the sustaining team, but we also do take on some development projects here and there as well. Currently, I am doing some testing in the low temp. Don't know how much I can really get into that right now.
We were in there, and
Yeah.
our discussion focuses on, we use that to do all sorts of testing.
Yep.
Even a chiller that you think is going to run only in hot weather to provide cooling,
Absolutely.
we're going to run this in really low temperatures to
Yep.
provide cooling.
Yep, down
So-
to -20. We can go in to that particular lab. It's the only lab we can also control with humidity as well. None of the other labs we can.
And you and Austin worked together on all the low temp testing we did on the YMAE, our air to water heat pump,
Yeah.
which
At
we
that time, he was a test engineer,
Yep.
so we worked hand in hand on that.
He had to put up
Okay.
with me in a different capacity.
And what was interesting about that part, Austin, and for both of you, as we were doing that testing, is that probably brought more customers here in a condensed amount of time
Yes.
than just about anything else we've done
Right. We
here
did.
in the lab. Why was that? What was the draw to
Yeah.
bringing people in?
So first of all, it's hard to get into the lab since it's a high priority lab. Everyone wants to be in the lab.
Okay.
And then so we had 3 months in the lab, I think. So we did a month for setup and trials, and then we told you, we're like, you got 4 weeks, bring in as many customers as you want, because after that we're done.
Right.
Because then we need the lab back for actual testing, because we're not generating any results really. We're just redoing most of the runs over and over while your customers are here. So yeah, we brought in I think over 100 customers in a 3 or 4 week period.
Right.
It was 3 or 4 days a week. We just had customers in that lab.
And would you say most of that was, I know chiller's cool, but can they also heat? Was it really about showing me how it can heat?
Yeah, it was more like we can show on paper like, hey, it can do this, but the customers want to see it actually in practice.
Okay.
So we can say, hey, we can run a rating, and then they're like, I want to see it.
So even though York put out publications and made claims, it was that additional confidence piece in that selling cycle to bring forward a show me opportunity.
Exactly.
And we took it and said, yes, we'll do that.
Right.
We're feeling that comfortable with what we do. We publish real numbers here.
Yes.
And come and see for yourself.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was they can see a number on a piece of paper. It's a different thing to see it on the screen over there changing live.
Right.
So we
brought feel it, right, as you walk into that room.
Right. You could.
Yes, I can see why you say this is 0 degrees.
Yep.
Or -10, or I guess we can go to -20 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, the chiller only runs down to -14, but we were in at like, I think -8, and we were doing like 130 leaving. So you're standing in cold, you're putting your hand on a pipe, and it's nice and warm.
Yeah.
So
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So Brady, those projects, what are you working on now? Right? What's like today's project? This week's project.
This week's project. So, like I said, this week's project, at least in the lab, we have a lot that we deal with outside the lab as well, supporting applications, product tech support in the factories, obviously.
Okay.
Being on the sustaining side. But currently, my major projects right now are the low temp.
Okay.
And I have another quality development project that we're working on elsewhere in the lab.
Okay.
Yep.
And so the nature of both of your jobs is, and this, I think the thing that could surprise most people is you think there's just a little bit of research and development, then we develop it, then we produce the product, and then from there on we service it until you're ready to buy another one. You're in that state of continuous improvement, and when we find a problem maybe we didn't that surfaced in real applications, right? We simulate real applications here.
Yep.
But we find a scenario where something happens that was either unexpected or we didn't have enough to know that it was going to happen as frequently as it did, right? We're quick to jump on top of that to say, how do we resolve that issue?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And take care of that by what we can gain here, or in some cases saying, fine, let's run that same situation and see what we can replicate of that to find out the root cause. So Tony, not just research and development, not just testing new products, making sure those products continue to be valid and good and get better, right? We continue to make them better. I've seen a lot of things going on around here where we're taking a very simple component, taking a component that we've said, this thing's been done 1,000 times. Don't we have all the information on this we need? And yet we're still tweaking it. We're still refining it. We're still improving it so that the overall longevity and performance of the chiller is there and to be expected by a customer, as long as they follow our maintenance requirements, right? Whatever those might be. Right?
Very
That's
important.
Very big keys to that, right? And your service sales background, you know that all too well.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Right. And you've seen those projects where they took your recommendation and benefited from it.
Yeah.
They didn't take your recommendation and benefited from that, right? In a negative way.
Yeah.
Right? So,
100%.
okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I appreciate what you're doing here. It's great work, right? Thank you so much.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it, Brady. Thank you so much.
See you tomorrow.
Take good care.
Thank
Take
you
care,
guys.
guys.
Tony,
Appreciate what you
pleasure
do.
to meet you, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.